There's a tension in the building. Everyone's feeling it, and that's so frequently what these final matches come down to, right? Who can execute as themselves? Elliot Spizzirri, he knows the game plan. Hit the serve, hit the first forehand, look to move in.
Second serve, return miss from Spizzirri. So 30 love right now for Andrew Fenty. 3-all team score. Fenty serving near side. Toss goes up, serve is long, trying to go into the left hip of Elliot Spizzirri. Second serve upcoming here for the fifth-year senior from Washington, D.C. Serve out wide is missed long. It is a double fault from Andrew Fenty, now 30-15.
It does feel like whoever gets to look at the first forehand, I know that's very simplistic. Whoever finds that first forehand seems to be finding success.
All right, 30-15. Fenty, several ball bounces. Sleeve on the right arm, sleeve on the right leg. Spizzirri forehand to a Fenty forehand into the net, trying to go inside out, up the line. 30-all. Tough spot right now for Fenty. A little bit of pressure.
It's the depth of that Elliot Spizzirri forehand. It's getting into the body of Andrew Fenty, giving him all sorts of troubles.
So Fenty serve on this crucial spot. Good. Spizzirri back into a Fenty backhand cross. Spizzirri inside out forehand lands good. Backhand Fenty. Spizzirri runs around. Forehand inside out. Fenty backhand cross. Spizzirri slice backhand. Fenty goes backhand cross court. Spizzirri slices that one. Fenty goes backhand cross. Spizzirri slice backhand into the ad corner. Fenty backhand up the line is missed into the net. It's 2 break chances for the #1 player in the country.
It's the depth. Consistent depth off the racket of Elliot Spizzirri earns him 2 break point chances.
Again, working through some of our issues. We're doing our best here, folks. 2-all, 30-40. Fenty serving near side, all blue right now. Serve into the net. Miss first serve once again here for Andrew Fenty. Second serve coming for Fenty. Toss, serve good. Spizzirri forehand sails wide. Try to go run around and hit that big and missed it into the doubles alley. So a deciding point upcoming.
The action on that kick serve, that ball got onto the shoulder of Elliot Spizzirri real quick, Mike. That's what drew the arrows. A body kick serve. There was nothing he could do with it.
Benjamin Becker, the assistant coach, the associate head coach for the Michigan Wolverines, coming over. A couple last words here for Andrew Fenty. Deuce serve to the deuce side. First serve is long, trying to go into the left hip with a kicker. The second serve upcoming here for Andrew Fenty. Second, good. Forehand Spizzirri.
Love to Elliot Spizzirri.
All right, so Spizzirri is coming here to this near side. Texas team providing all the vocality right now. There's definitely an advantage for Michigan in terms of the crowd. There's no doubt about it. Again, we do apologize. Some of these issues we're trying to work through as best we can right now. Spizzirri serving near side. First serve is missed long, trying to go out wide. Second serve, that is good to the backhand wing. Forehand Spizzirri. Fenty backhand cross. Spizzirri runs around. Forehand inside out. Fenty backhand cross catches the line. Spizzirri slice backhand. Fenty in behind. Drop shot missed wide. 15 love. All right, we believe we are good now, so we should be all right. And I can back off the radio call for just a couple of minutes there.
You were excellent.
Thank you.
As always.
A few years of experience.
Yeah, one or two.
Couple of Grand Slam finals.
That might be the first unforced error Elliott's made in, what, 10 minutes? 12
like
minutes?
Yeah.
I don't think Fenty's level has dipped. I think it has more to do with Spizzirri. A couple of ill-advised drop shots maybe off of Fenty's racket, but yeah, it's just laughable. So exceptional off the racket of the #1 player in the country, Elliott Spizzirri.
Well, that's exactly what you want to see here. Heavy to the backhand wing of Spizzirri from Fenty and then sneaks in behind it. Just takes that extra step in to look for the aggressive forehand there. And listen, that is the recipe against Spizzirri right now. Obviously, that question for him on the wrist, can he come over to the top of that backhand? It's been such an issue for a year and a half. That is the recipe. Yeah, just a little bit back with that serve. I don't mind the play, maybe a little bit over ambitious out of Andrew Fenty. And Spizzirri with a couple of game points.
Andrew Fenty overcame a 4-1 deficit last season, third set. Helped send Michigan past Texas in the NCAA round of 16. Gonna have to do something similar tonight. That's excellent. Another deciding point. Yeah, the #1 spot. Which side you going? Deuce or ad here, Mike?
I'm going to go deuce.
Okay.
No, I'm going to go ad. Change my mind. Be crucial for Spizzirri to find a first serve here. Not going to happen. That's a bad decision there from Fenty, and you can see it from him right there. Not happy, trying to roll that ball, is not going to get it done. So it is a tough and testy hold and consolidation from Elliott Spizzirri, 4-2 closing in on a national final.
You can see it in the body language of that Michigan team, top left of your screen, usually so animated, so loud. Just nothing to rally around right now. Spizzirri's been that good. And that's just elite. Elliot Spizzirri showing you what happens when you try to test his forehand. Cross-court ripper.
Oh, it's just pulled wide. And Fenty really doing well to survive what was another very good return out of Elliot Spizzirri, who's taking a little bit more risk on some of these returns right now with the break lead.
He's just connected with the forehand so brilliantly. And guess what? When you have to hit slice backhands for 7 months consecutively, you're going to work on that forehand.
That's a third straight perfect return out of Elliot Spizzirri. Goes after it, big, bold, and trying to get greedy. Oh, it's another great return. Perfect into the body. Fenty asks for an overrule on the serve call. Does not get it. Great chances. 3 of them for Elliot Spizzirri.
He's hit 4 perfect returns, Mike. 4 perfect returns.
One of the best returning games. Can he finish it? He does just that. What an incredible performance there as Elliot Spizzirri lacing returns left and right. And he leads 5-2 and will serve for the national final.
I don't know if there's anything Andrew Fenty could have done in that service game. He landed a bunch of first serves. It was just perfect execution from the 4th-year Elliot Spizzirri, number 1 player in the country. He has himself a double break 5-2 lead. And you look right now for the Texas Longhorns. 7-6. They take the deciding set in doubles at that number 3 position. And again, Cleve Harper, 5th year, 6-3, 6-4 win at 5. Siem Waldeep, 4th year, 7-5, 6-4 win at 4. And now Elliot Spizzirri, 4th year, has a chance to send his team to their first national indoor final in program history.
It's called long. Yeah, indeed long. Listen, that was a gutsy decision by Spizzirri and his team not to mention that ball was there, because there were a couple of times where he came very close.
I would have been like, lose the point, grab the ball.
I think the coaches could have stopped it and just yelled and said, like, before the point, you know, as it was rolling out there. Regardless, 2 points away.
by the slightest of margins, and you all can't see it. There's a lines person directly behind that alley. Confirms the wide call. Texas still 2 points away.
Well, that's been the recipe for success for Andrew Fenty. Heavy ball, attacking that backhand wing, and thinking back to, some of those returns all laced off the forehand side in that previous game. That's what Fenty could have done, I suppose, right? Maybe serve a little bit more towards that.
Well, you think
backhand wing. There was one return off the backhand side, if memory serves, of the 5. Did he just break a string on that serve?
Did.
Yeah.
I think he did, yes.
Not a great time for it. Do here on the side that we do have some other matches that are getting underway here in our consolation bracket.
Mike, that's what you've been asking for. And I do think there's a needle to thread because you don't want to become predictable. That's when Elliot Spizzirri starts camping on that ad side, hitting the inside out, inside in forehand combo. That is so darn effective. But now, break point chances to get one back for Fenty. Michigan stays alive. Andrew Fenty, the down the line dime. And you can't see him on your screen. He is imploring this crowd to get into the match. One break back.
I don't think he has to implore. This crowd is very engaged right now. High drama.
Was a 4-1 deficit he overcame last year. He can't do it again, can he? It's a double.
And listen, some of those returns there, that's obviously factoring into a moment like that, no doubt about it.
It's so clear he's trying to serve to the forehand to open up the lane to attack to the backhand. It's just really hard to do that against Elliot Spizzirri.
Well, the fact is that Spizzirri did go a little bit bigger with those returns.
Yeah, sure.
That's been the pattern of play.
That's 2 to the forehand. It's worth noting. First a double, second an ace. They say life is balance. 15 all.
And he's definitely had some toss issues. Has Fenty of late.
Back to back.
That's another double.
Yeah.
2 aces, 2 doubles. Spizzirri has not had to do a thing. And is 2 points away from the match.
Gutsy. Attack the backhand. Make Spizzirri do something special. That's what you're thinking right now. If you're Andrew Fenty, can he ask the question of Spizzirri? 2 game point chances for 4-5. Up the line magic. Elliot Spizzirri says, how about one of my own? It's the right play. It sets up match point.
It'll be a Texas shootout in the final of the ITA National Men's Team Indoor Championship as Michigan stunned by the Texas Longhorns. 4-3 back-to-back stunners for Texas, and they're in the finals tomorrow.
He's the #1 player in the country for a reason. Elliot Spizzirri delivers the goods. We both saw that first set, Mike. It was all Andrew Fenty in set #1. And look, if you're a Michigan fan, you are kicking yourself. Michigan had numerous chances, whether it was in the doubles point, 5-2 lead for Gavin Young at that #4 spot in the first. But Texas took it. And that Texas fight, it was the staple of their run to the 2021 semifinals. It's back here in 2023, Mike. So impressed by these Texas Longhorns.
I said at the outset, I did not think that Texas was going to be able to do it here today. And flat out wrong was I. The energy level, phenomenal. Elliot Spizzirri is an incredible talent and an incredible heart. He is going to be joining us shortly, and right now he is hunched over right now. The effort that it took for Texas today was superhuman. This is something incredibly special. We talked about at the outset how important the doubles point was going to be. We said that it was going to be very important for them in case one player came out flat. That happened to be today Micah Braswell, right? He was not able to summon something against a very special Andre Styler here today. But all of that heart and that energy just combined around it, and they really summoned something today, and they are going to be rewarded with a trip to the final tomorrow against TCU.
If you listen to our Cracked Racquets previews, you heard me say it. This Texas team has perennially been a year away. In 2020, when they brought in Spizzirri, Waldeeb to add to the nucleus of Ito and Sisgard, it felt like, okay, maybe they're a year away. In 2021, they make the semifinals of the NCAA tournament, go a ridiculous 10-1, Mike, that year in 4-3 matches. 10-1 in 2021 in 4-3 affairs. Then in 2022, all these injuries, all these different things. It felt like there was a constant start and stop to that 2022 Texas team. Well, guess what? They've started things back up again in Austin. What a victory. And look, we didn't address it much throughout the course of the show. It's time to say the obvious elephant in the room. Bruce Burke Bowl #2. This time goes to Coach Burke. Coach Burke, the former head coach, of course, for the University of Michigan men's team, gets, after losing to them in the NCAAs last year, gets the win to send his team to another national final. Mike, again, we always like to ask, did you learn more about Michigan or Texas in a match like today? The answer is unequivocally, we learned the Texas Longhorns, they ain't going anywhere this year.
Well, I think we also, it's going to be a learning moment, no doubt, for Michigan. They had break leads in all 6 first sets, including Gavin Young with a 2 break lead, serve for it multiple times. And listen, Has to be said there too. The fact that they were unable to close things out in multiple spots there in that first set quickly could have been 6 first sets, and that would have been completely understandable. And then you think they absolutely run away with that match. 4 points could come very quickly, and it's a 4-1 spot. But instead, they didn't. And I'm going to go back to it. That 4 line felt really clutch for me, and I know that was the one you had circled in terms of what it would be if it was a 4-3 matchup. It ended up being very crucial, just in a very different way. That first set should have been done. It wasn't, and it really felt like a tide turned from that spot on.
Yeah, very well said. And yeah, I mean, Gavin Young had not lost a dual match this season in singles, period. He had been the guy. I think I joked around, I called him Himmy Turner earlier in the weekend. But it's a credit to Siem Aldi. And it's a credit to Elliot Spizzirri, who comes joins us in the booth now. He's tired, he's sweaty, but ultimately, guess what else he is? A national indoor finalist, Elliot Spizzirri, a 3-set win to help clinch his team spot in the national indoor finals. Joins us now. Elliot, first of all, congratulations to you and the Longhorns. Talk me through that third set. What's going through your mind down the home stretch?
So much work. It comes down to you. You just got to give it your all and hope for the best. And certainly did that. And I know all the other guys on the team gave everything they had and went our way this time. So we're super fortunate and super happy. Yeah.
Talk to me about the energy in the doubles point in particular. Comes down to a breaker at that number 3 spot. And you guys finished at what, 10:30 p.m. last night? I can't imagine you got, all of you must have known not a ton of gas left in the tank, at least in the moment. How important was that doubles point in setting the tone for everything we saw that followed?
Yeah, it's huge. You see so many college tennis matches come down to the doubles point, especially at this level when the margins are so slim. So credit to Micah and Cheech. They came up huge, really clutch. And to be honest, our 3 doubles hasn't been our best spot this season. And they showed up at the right time and things clicked. So couldn't be happier for them. And that definitely paved a way for a win today for us.
Now let's ask the elephant in the room. This was the Michigan team that knocked you guys out of the NCAA tournament last year. Had to feel a little bit sweet, right? Was that something you guys circled coming into this one? And again, 4-3 to be the clincher, to send your team to the first national indoor final in program history. What does that mean to you, Elliot?
Yeah, it means the world. I mean, we took it one match at a time. I'd be lying if I said we circled Michigan coming into this tournament, because you never know what's going to happen. But last night when we were looking at it and knew we played Michigan, we definitely wanted some revenge. There was a bad taste in our mouth after last year. And I know we worked our butts off this entire fall, entire summer, and to get healthy and to have everyone out there and competing and playing their best means the world to us. So to come out with a win and be in the final tomorrow, it's really special.
Yeah. Well, with that in mind, again, first final in program history. You guys are going to take on the TCU Horned Frogs. That match in about 15 hours. So I ask you, Elliot, what does that time frame look like for your team? What will you guys do to recover and prepare?
Yeah, our trainers here, we're gonna hit the Normatec boots, put the legs up, stretch a lot, get some fluids and some good food. Bruce, he treats us well. We get some good Italian food, so that'll be good. We've been sticking to our routine, going to the same place every night, so I'm sure we're going to be doing the same thing, but hopefully it works out tomorrow, so we're super excited.
Well, you've earned the extra order of fettuccine tonight, Elliot. Again, unbelievable performance by you and the Longhorns. 4-3 winners on back-to-back nights to get your team to its first national indoor final in program history. Elliot, congratulations to you and the Longhorns. Good luck, obviously, to you all tomorrow in the final.
Thanks so much. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, of course, Elliot Spizzirri providing the clinching victory for the Texas Longhorns. And now the Longhorns competing for the right to be named national indoor champion. Mike Cation, what a day. What an event.
These
what
headphones
a
are
night.
sweaty.
It's just, yeah, I'll get the Clorox for tomorrow, of course. But I mean, what a day. What a moment. This is what this is all supposed to be about. TCU, Kentucky, absolute war. Michigan, Texas, absolute war. It's an all-Texas final. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I can't say enough about Texas. I know you alluded to it. This has been something that has been coming, and everybody's known this talent has been incredibly good. It's just been a matter of finding that health. And credit to the training staff for making sure that it is, making sure that they've been able to get healthy enough and just put it together for 3 straight matches. Just phenomenal work by the staff here. And yes, I do apologize. These are
pure Spizzirri. Yeah, it's pure Spizzirri.
So I'm trying to stick with you here. But yeah, just I'm so impressed by what Texas has been able to put together the last 2 days. 2 teams in Ohio State and Michigan that play incredibly well stylistically indoors on these fast courts here in Chicago, and to be able to knock them off in back-to-back nights 4-3, too good.
Yeah, and look, for this Michigan team, it's a tough one. It's going to be hard to swallow. But guess what? This is a loss they needed. This is the loss you experience in February to get to May and put yourself in that position. And you can make that face all you want, Mike. You're just wrong about that. You're absolutely wrong. Again, this is the learning experience. This is we were close. We sniffed it. We didn't get over the finish line. Again, impossible to think that right now, but big picture, the Wolverines, in my opinion, accomplished what they needed to here this weekend, which is get 3 matches, all of them main draw.
So here's where I'm gonna say the word choice is not correct.
Okay.
I don't think you need
a
loss.
Fair.
The coaches can use this.
Sure, perfect.
That's the better way to phrase it, because there are plenty of teams that have won both of the
Very
titles.
well
Okay,
said.
so it's not a necessity, but it can be a luxury that you can use if you're a coaching staff to get your team back in the right frame of mind heading towards May.
Can you name the last team to win them both?
No.
2018 Wake Forest.
Thank
that
you.
team born
That's
of
right.
Goyo.
I mean, I even had it on my
Petros, Free
sheet.
Silkos. I know you have it on your sheet as well.
So many note
Nice.
cards. This is how I operate.
As
It's
you
so
can
much.
see, we're
I don't have your brain
Exactly. We're getting
or your
goofy.
hair. Like,
No, you do not. Believe me, we have the same hair. If I took this off, it would not be pretty. But with all that said, what we're going to do, take some time off to reset everything, and it needs to be addressed. We are so grateful for the patience all of you college tennis fans showed. We know we had some technical difficulties here today. I promise you, no one is working harder than super producer Daniel Westoff over the course of the next 15 hours to ensure that those technical difficulties, they never emerge again. So we appreciate all of your patience, and we appreciate all of you who took the time to join us. Again, it doesn't get much better than semifinal Sunday at the 2023 ITA National Indoors. It will be the Battle of Texas. Longhorns versus the Horned Frogs for the right to be named national indoor champion. Before I sign off, Mike Cation, final thoughts go to you.
Looking forward to it. These are 2 really talented teams who know each other incredibly well. High respect for the business-like professional atmosphere, both Texas and TCU. And may the best team win tomorrow.
Yeah, perfectly said. Well, then, with all of that in mind, for the fantastic Mike Cation to my left, our super producer Daniel Westoff in Indianapolis, the entire ITA team, of course, as well, for everything they are doing to make this event happen in Chicago. We have wipes now. With all of that said, it's the perfect time for us to sign off. I'm your host, Alex Gruskin. You've been watching our Crack Rackets coverage of these 2023 ITA National Men's Division I Team Indoor Championships. We'll see you all 11:30 tomorrow for our final pregame show.
Tennis is superb.
Tennis is fire.
Tennis is sick.
Let's go.
Tennis can change the world. Come on.
This is tennis too. Good morning.
It's my first time.
Not mine.
It's about time you play tennis like the pros, and now you can. Swing Vision is an app nearer the gods. It uses AI to track your shot speed and placement using just your phone. Opponent giving you dodgy line calls? Out! Challenge it instantly right from your wrist. Download Swing Vision for free and bring the Grand Slam experience home.
Adidas Tennis is bringing the fun and flair to the courts in 2023, and you can find the latest Melbourne collection available now at tennis-point.com, your online tennis retailer. Tennis Point. Advantage you.
Introducing A Peak Tennis and A Peak Coach. Everything tennis players need.